Wow, that was some gnarly screen tear. Okay. Dear content creators, as you'll discover, this game is full of intrigue and plot twists. Please give your audience a spoiler warning before sharing content from beyond the white hallway so that interested players can fully enjoy the experience for themselves.
Corn.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. I'm like, well, should I just not play this at all on stream? What do you want me to do here? Okay, I guess, yeah, the general idea. The takeaway I got from that is if you're interested in playing it, then, don't. But that's all game. If you're interested in playing it, don't watch. I don't know. Or play it with me, fuck. A message from the devs. The game was developed by a core team of 3 people over 4 years. Your support allows us to continue doing what we love. This is a mystery adventure with multiple endings. It rewards thoughtful conversation and exploration, not brute force. The fate of the city is in your hands. I believe this was created, this was originally a very popular Skyrim mod that they made into its own video game.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
My hands! Select my body type. I'm very pale.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
I was, I barely remember anything. My recent head trauma has increased my pain threshold, making it 50% harder for me to be taken down.
It does look like you took a pretty hard blow to the head. You're just lucky you've been given a second chance. Which is why I feel terrible for what I'm about to say, but I have a favor to ask. There are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured, or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
Can I ask you some stuff first?
Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just... What do you want to know?
Well, what's your story, Morning Glory?
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
You're not gonna tell me your name? It looks like you're wearing a cultist's robe or something. There's this perpetual dragonfly behind you. What I'm saying is, who are you?
Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
That's weird. Why don't you want to tell me?
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey. It's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you know, all those Karen memes have really ruined that name, huh?
Yeah, something like that. But right now, I have bigger problems, like finding Al.
You know, you're not complaining, but you are very to the point, which is such a Karen thing to be. Who is Al?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Where are we exactly?
You really don't remember?
No.
We're in Italy.
Oh.
This river is the Tiber.
Wow. I'm in Italy. Okay. What can you tell me about these ruins?
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al...
Have you tried calling for help?
What am I, an idiot? You
Well-
could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Alright, you're getting a little Karen on me. That's all I had to ask.
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al?
I'm in.
Thank you. The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please, hurry. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I would.
I probably will play Martha's Dead. Yeah, I know they cut some stuff from it because of a controversy, at least in the PlayStation version. When does that come out? Ah, Squid Pro Row. Boy, the mouse sensitivity is... You just bring that up, like, I don't know, more. Okay. That's so much better, oh my god. The 24th? Oh shit. Martha's Dead is next week. Honestly, I would love to, day one that also. Oh my god, there really is just a shitload of stuff coming out in this month. Because I'm definitely going to be playing Elden Ring. I need to get Fallout done. And then we got this. Woo! That March is going to be crazy. I'll figure out a good time for, let's see, the 24th is Thursday. I don't stream Thursday. So maybe Friday will be Elden Ring, the 25th, and then Saturday will be Martha's Dead. Backpack full of worn hiking clothes and empty food packets. Nothing valuable here, but still it seems strange that Al left it behind. Okay.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten. All knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place." Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation.
Okay.
Or a warning.
I don't think we're gonna find out.
Alworth.
I didn't get to inspect that. Shit. Well, we found the entrance. Oh, I'm gonna love this. This is gonna be the shit. And I don't think this is super long either, so. Like, we're not gonna get it done tonight, but, like, it's not gonna be like a 10-stream game. That's what I'm... When I say it's not super long, I mean a couple of streams, you know? A Latin plaque which, given its position, seems important. A Roman gladiator mid-stride. What could have made a gladiator flee? Man. A young Roman woman looks like she was begging for her life. This looks great. Use F5 to quick save, F9 to quick load. A Roman military commander attempting to scramble away from something. A Roman legionary in a state of terror. This shit's gonna make me watch Rome again, huh? And Spartacus. This kind of reminds me of Dark Souls 2. There's a whole area in Dark Souls 2. The Forgotten City. Roman woman who appears to be praying for help that never came. The prequel season. She's in the whole show. Did they center on... Wait, no. The prequel season was, it was her, but it was the guy that they got to replace, what's his face? Andy.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse.
Wait a minute.
She'll suffer the same fate I did.
Oh, shit.
I've spent a lifetime in this place. Going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. And here there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now and find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Golden statue of an old man wearing modern clothing. That must be Al. Well, let's go find out. Let's become gilded. Spartacus was all right. Rome was really good. Rome was better. Rome was the better show. But they were pretty similar. Here. A Roman man on his knees as if begging for God's mercy. Guess we're going to the past. Gotta go back in time. Hey Joe, I haven't watched it yet. I heard that they were dropping the trailer this week. Roman relief depicting a great circular portal and two women. Figure out how to return to your original time. I mean, I could have just, like, not come through here. That would have been a start.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius.
Good night, Chris.
Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Wait a minute. Are you speaking English?
What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange.
Oh.
Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you, and what were you doing in the shrine?
I am skinnedteen, and I've just come from the future.
No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, not right in the head? That's
Rude.
all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here.
Thanks, I guess.
But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
Your laws?
Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
Sure. Lead the way.
Follow me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out.
He walks with confidence.
But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your pretty new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm
What?
taking her to see the magistrate.
Wow.
Pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer.
Who are
Anyone who
you?
helps vote him out
Who
today
are you?
drinks at my bar for free tonight.
But wait. Oh, I can't talk to her now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her if I were you. She's... it's not...
Oh. My bad. I didn't mean to do that.
to say.
I'm trying to walk.
Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Livia.
Okay.
She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her. Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom.
What a
Up on your
beautiful
left
city.
is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Galerius, you're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
Nothing.
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy.
I like him.
Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally.
Cool.
Follow me, please.
Okay. What is this about?
I expect the magistrate wants to brief you about the golden rule. It shouldn't take too long.
Do unto others
busy
as
preparing
you
for
would
the
have
election
them
later
do
today.
unto you. Let's go.
Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the golden rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by
That's the
other nine.
lottery, not the golden
Didn't matter
rule.
whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the golden rule is exactly 10 times worse.
Bro, hang on. The music is swelling. And I can't hear your voice. So let's go. There. Music is good. All right.
The magistrate can explain the rest. Who's up these stairs?
Thanks, dude. Sentius.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
When you say that we're alone, it does not bring me any comfort. I'm skinnedteen.
A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains many hundreds of years ago.
What if I had given myself a Roman name like Aurelius? A curious name. I mean, it's a beautiful city, sir.
Indeed.
Yeah.
More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing.
Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
Can't say that I have.
Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up.
That is not the golden rule that I grew up with.
It seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
He's perceptive. What do you mean when you said that Proserpina sent me?
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
How's it going, Beefy? I am from 2,000 years in the future.
2,000 years?
Yeah.
That is unfathomable.
It's a lot, I know.
Please, tell me, in your time, what did you see?
Oh.
What had become of us? Of this city?
Well, all of you were golden statues.
I have imagined it. Our downfall.
Have a good one, Grim.
Times. But
I'll be back
it
Monday.
Still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
What counts as a sin here?
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide?
Trying to escape?
As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
I'm not sure if that's a good idea. What is legal isn't always moral, and many of your laws and customs are considered barbaric in the future.
Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving, they are given food rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric.
Do you guys allow slaves and slave ownership? Is that the thing you do?
Of course. What else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been executed? And besides, there are laws for their protection as well.
Okay, but do you guys watch Bloodsport? I can't call you on this. I watch UFC, but do you watch Bloodsport for entertainment?
On occasion. But our gladiators are almost all volunteers seeking glory, or condemned prisoners who would have been executed anyway. I do not see the harm.
Right. Face the pain. I get it. Don't women like myself have fewer rights than men like yourself?
Of course. But with fewer rights come fewer responsibilities, and the right to be protected by their fathers and husbands.
Weird answer. Do you persecute Christians? Do I give a shit about that?
You mean the blasphemous cult responsible for burning down half of Rome last year?
Yeah!
It's hard to blame the people for being angry about that.
Do you practice collective punishment?
Are you talking about our practice of decimation? Of course. We could hardly unite all these warring tribes without a disciplined, formidable legion.
Where I'm from... No, actually, my mistake. My mistake.
I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
Okay. Why can we understand each other? I don't speak Latin.
You mean you couldn't speak Latin before you arrived here?
No.
How strange.
Yeah.
But the gods are active here, and their temples and shrines hum with power like nowhere else in the Empire. Perhaps when Proserpina brought you here, she planted the seed of Latin in your mind so that you could better serve her.
Awesome.
Indeed.
If I do this, will you help me get back to my own time?
If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the Golden Rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
You have a very strong grasp of that concept for this period of time. I'm just saying. I think I get it. How does the ritual work?
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
I did not see the sign. It would have opened up my eyes. I did see some human remains in the temple. Maybe that was it.
I assumed that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me
What's up,
everything.
old school?
You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
I'll do my best.
Well, I suppose that's all I can ask for.
Yeah. Why can't you investigate?
Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around
That's
asking
true.
people questions.
Yeah.
You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Fair enough. You any suspects?
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
Tell me what you really think.
Well, all right. There are those who wish to vote me out of office so that they can pursue their own misguided political agenda. Frankly, their selfishness and recklessness risk destabilizing the entire city. I would be looking very carefully at them if I were you.
Okay. I mean, that's all the questions I've got.
Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule?
Maybe. I'm in.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
Okay. I'll get started.
Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
I'll get right on that. Lucretia, my reflection. Find out what's distressing Lucretia. I've traveled thousands of years into the past. I need to find a way back to my original timeline somehow. According to Sentius, I'll be flowing back to my own time if I can create a paradox. I'll need to change history in a way that makes my being in the past impossible. For example, Sentius says if I prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule, he'll never create the portal. Sure. Everyone in the city's gonna die because one person breaking the golden rule. I need to figure out who it is. To that end, Sentius asked me to talk to everyone and help them. If it'll win their trust. He authorized me to do whatever I want, basically. Let's go see Lucretia then. I hear the roar of the big machine. Boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, 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 ba-dum, boom.
That's my room. Leave before I call Horatius.
Oh, but he told me I could go in there. Who are you?
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
What is your story?
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly.
I was invited in here.
What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
Why are you looking at me like you're my fucking cross-eyed, dumbass, inbred cat? I'm not from around here, okay?
Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation?
She's straight up looking at me like she's angry Nathan Scott Phillips. Do I have this picture? I gotta look for it. Bro. Sounds. Stream files. Oh, I've got it somewhere. Oh, it's somewhere around here. Maybe? Maybe I didn't bring it over. Oh no. You know what? I've got a backup plan. There's like the perfect picture I have of him that I always use, and I do not have it. Oh, damn. Sean is going to be on the Sour Kool-Aid show next week. Just happen to open Twitter and see that. This doesn't appropriately explain just how cross-eyed this cat is. It's like a piece of cardboard from a scratch pad, but it looks like he's wearing a mustache. It is not Nathan Scott Phillips. This is Steve. Steve would like some crunchies. Steve heard from Nathan that there are crunchies to be had, and Steve was here for them. The song is stuck in your head. I thought that he debuted that on stream today. And she is just giving me the stink eye. I'm glad the song is stuck in your head because that means that I did a good job. That means I did a good job. Happy about it. I'm happy about it. What's up, Lorg? Okay, so what do you think about the Golden Rule?
You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing God who's watching everything we do. But what kind of an awful, incompetent God would let my sister go missing on his or her watch?
Fair question.
Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister?
You're okay.
What do you have to say for yourself?
It's not.
No response. Nothing. That's what I thought.
Man, you're kind of a bitch. At least we know blasphemy doesn't break the Golden Rule.
I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving.
Hang on. I can't resist. Let's see. Oh my god, you're here at the right time, Clara. Actually, because this one eye is so much bigger than the other one. Hi, Clara. Welcome on in. How's it going? What were you, the captain? I don't know what that is. What, was it fun? Should I play it? Hang on.
I suppose we will.
So what is your story again?
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
I'm not from around here.
Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation?
Because... You know a way out of here?
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
Can I help you?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
I'm struggling here. I'm struggling. Oh my god. Okay, when did you last see her?
It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it.
Okay. Alright. So she was seeing somebody?
I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
Why?
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
I'm so happy with this. So your father did not mention any of this when I spoke to him? Why would he do that?
That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done.
So hang on. I gotta round this out here. There we go. That's not quite. No. Put the ears on? Okay. Deal. Let's get these ears in. She is. I mean, they are tinier than the rest of her head. There we go. And then we just this is the kind of shit that I showed Trav in the morning, and he's like, "Why are you the way that you are?" And I'm like, "I don't know." Nothing's great so far. Choose your own adventure point, click in space with some moral choices. Have a good one. Have a good one, Clara. Thank you so much for the raid and the host. Welcome on in. We're playing the Forgotten City. Is it possible her lover was involved?
I don't know. But it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to remember these details. Man, she is really stink-eyeing me right now. She is really giving me the eye.
Team, good job.
Chua Borka, thank you for the 5 months. Welcome back. Sentia, Scintilla. Why are y'all motherfuckers named the same?
You really aren't from here, are you?
No.
All Roman women are named after their fathers.
Oh.
I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market.
I hate it.
His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest. And my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Scintilla.
Okay. All right. Okay. You look surprisingly relaxed about your sister's disappearance, I have to say.
I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance.
I mean, I think you know something that you're not telling me.
Oh, you're awful. Get out of my villa and never speak to me again.
Oh no, please don't know! No!
Do I need to ask Horatius to escort you out of here? Get out, you horrid barbarian!
She won't talk to me anymore. Oh no. I've upset her. Okay. Well. Oh, that's good. Oh, she's so mad. Okay, I have to fix whatever I've done here. Reset. Okay. Delete. Delete. Oh man, that was too good. That was too much fun. Oh shit. All right.
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind. What now?
What's your story?
I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals.
I see it. It's a whole chain. Yeah, that's a typical night in my stream. Malvarius, thanks for 30 months. Welcome back.
And as always, back to lurking.
How did you end up here?
I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing all right for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl and pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People were screaming, trampling each other. Then some Genetricum fugitor tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
Okay, but I'm sorry, sir. Just like okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said, Centilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit.
What can you tell me about the magistrate?
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that.
The way the nostrils line up. What do you think about the golden rule?
Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like 100-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check.
Yeah.
It's brutal, of course.
Brutal.
But effective.
Brutal.
The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
Yeah. So where I'm from, that would be considered collective punishment, which is a war crime.
A war crime? Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war, the law falls silent.
Our worlds are very different.
Seems that way.
Yeah.
War crimes. Ridiculous.
So, you're in favor of that?
What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers-in-arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it. So railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing.
He's not quite as good as her, but that is a striking mouth. Let's talk about something else. Can I see the citizen register?
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Okay. I should go see Lucretia. A register of each person in the city in alphabetical order. Hannibal. Octavia. Lucretia. Okay. Thanks.
Of course.
I'll be going now.
All right.
We can talk again soon. Oh, I've got my... I wonder what they'll think of my flashlight. Oh, he doesn't... He's not like, what is this? Oh, I found Lorg. Yeah. Legs too skinny. Man. There's already people here just in gold. Lucretia. My reflection.
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Julia. She was a good woman.
What happened?
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
That was a lot of information. Is there something I can do to help?
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again.
I will try.
I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that genetricum fututo and scratching his eyes out.
What the fuck? Okay. I don't suspect her. I want to know more about who poisoned this woman. I'll see what I can do. What is your story?
I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up.
How did you end up here?
My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else, and leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from here.
These answers, I'm sorry to hear that. Question mark?
It's all right. Say what you will about this place. At least my fornicating husband will never find me. And while there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it.
Why are you working out of a shrine?
Oh, this shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. So I suppose praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense.
Tell me more about Navia.
Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician. But she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good too. Until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying. But I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed, and he's in constant pain.
Who?
I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off, and I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, I suppose.
Figure out a treatment for rheumatism. What do you think about the golden rule?
A city without sin might sound good on paper, but whoever dreamt it up didn't think it through. Maybe it was an attempt to create some kind of utopia. But snakes like Decius will always find loopholes to exploit. And what can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. In some ways, we are worse off because we can't take the law into our own hands.
So, can we talk about Yulia?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Do you think she was poisoned, or was it self-inflicted?
Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule. And
yeah.
So maybe it's best we don't discuss it.
But, I'm like literally here to talk about that, so, do you know what poisoned her?
Hemlock, I believe.
Is there a reason that maybe she would have wanted to die?
I haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed to leave Malleolas's villa.
Oh.
And they are quite secretive.
Okay.
Gladly.
Let's talk about something else. Do you know a way out of here?
I wish. Some people here need proper medical care, not the half-baked, hanging by a thread excuse for treatment I'm giving them. Just don't get sick or injured here. I'll do my best to treat you, but I'm out of my depth and dangerously short on everything you can imagine.
Okay.
Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
So there's a lot of, like, paying attention. Like, a collection of barbaric-looking medical implements, including forceps and shears. We'll obviously have to revisit some of this stuff. Whoa, that's a penis. A large stone statue of Apollo, the Roman and Greek god of disease and healing, among other things.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Yeah, well, like we either need a notepad or just to revisit a couple of things. That I'm not too worried about it. We'll kind of play this together. Man, I laugh so hard I have to pee. What the fuck? I mean, it's right there. Don't screw with me. Hello?
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
Obtain a bow.
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius. Terrible shame what happened to Yulia, but we just have to carry on, don't we?
Where are you from? What is your story?
You mean how did I end up here?
Yeah.
That is a lengthy tale.
Eyebrows. Hang on. like a little bit bigger. Let's hear the tale.
All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, hoping to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
You chose the girl, didn't you?
The girl? Weren't you listening? All my valuables or the girl?
I honestly...
I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money.
Okay,
So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber.
Black eyes. So you took her with you after all?
No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention?
No.
That was a bloody fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank, not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
Commiserations. I'm paying attention to your eyebrows. They're spectacular. I'm not listening.
Thank you, friend. But it turns out it might have been a stroke of good fortune, because this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here.
What do you think about the golden rule?
It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk.
Hasn't the magistrate banned weapons?
Oh, well, technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet.
I mean, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, friend.
I'm not gonna do that, probably. I need some silphium resin.
Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
Jesus. How would I come up with that?
That's hardly my concern. But if you get a job, work hard and save your coins, you should be able to afford it within, say, 5 years?
Oh my god. You're price gouging over life-saving medicine. What the fuck is your deal?
Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it.
Did you just hear that?
Hear what?
Never mind.
You sure you're feeling all right? If you're hearing things, perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navia on our hands.
What happened to Navia?
She claimed the statues were whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her again. But I digress. Do you want this silphium or not?
Can I just, take it instead?
Well, if you did that, you'd break the golden rule, and we'd share the same fate as the last lot who lived here. Is that what you want?
That's true. Is that what you want? Because, if not, you should hand it over. Punk.
Do you think I don't know a bluff when I see one?
Oh.
Nice try.
Damn. Okay, well, I don't have that kind of money.
Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget?
I'll be going.
Very well. Another time.
Okay. We'll talk to him later. I I don't think I need to, well, see, if I steal it, then we're breaking the golden rule. I heard Navia locked herself in the palace. We need to figure out how to get to Navia. Whoa. Holy shit. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Let me save. Maybe wrapping it up here soon. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. I have to pee really bad. I've been on for 8 hours. There's a lot. I definitely want to come back to this. I'm not quite sure. Sponge stick. A small stick with a sponge attached. This must be what the Romans used instead of toilet paper. Oh! 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 It appears to be for communal use. Oh! Oh! I'm putting it back. I'm putting it back. It's got to... Yeah. Graffiti. The only way out is... Wow. Oh shit, somebody died on the shitter. Always remember they're watching. Theophilus had an orgy with 4 girls here and disappointed all of them equally. Wow. Wow. I need to hotkey. Yeah. We are laughing at Theophilus. Savage. Like I was saying, next week is gonna be crazy because Elden Ring is coming out. Martha is Dead is coming out. I believe I'm gonna be pushing to finish Fallout New Vegas. And of course we got this.
Make sure you stay away from that empty shrine. It's going to collapse at any moment.
Look at my dude furiously hammering here. Virgil.
Ah, a new face. Salve.
Whoa!
And welcome to a little community.
Your eyes.
My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. You arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's death. I wish we could have met under better circumstances.
What is your story? Actually, I noticed the graffiti. What does it mean?
Oh, it means someone thinks I'm a sinner. And that I'm going to break the golden rule.
I didn't see his graffiti. Why does somebody think that?
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
Oh. I see.
And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid
29 months of
Needless
sub on
to
the
say,
wall.
since I'm
29
now
months
living
of sub.
underground,
You
halfway
walk in a
across the
hall,
known world,
graffiti the
with an
walls.
assumed
What's
name,
that?
my
I think I'm
openness
forgetting it
didn't
all.
go down well among the enlightened folk
Whoa.
of the Batavi.
Okay. Anubis, thanks for the 29 months. Welcome back, man. Well, I'm sorry to hear.
Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least, I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong.
Do you know who's writing the graffiti?
It's not just graffiti. I have quite the collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person.
Probably...
If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
Oh, word? What? Oh, don't worry about it, Anubis. That is the majesty, the magic of this stream is that, well, you try to time, it doesn't always work out. Tell me about these cultists, so I have a curiosity.
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding.
Oh, you're talking about the Christians.
If these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule.
Let me look into it for you.
What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
I'll get right on that, actually.
Come back and let me know what you find.
Whoa, whoa, what the fuck? Sinner.
Make sure you stay away from that empty shrine. It's going to collapse at any moment.
You keep saying that to me? Okay, I actually think this might be a good place to stop for the night, just because it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. Right, I thought for a second they'd be them cool Cthulhu cultists or something, but no, they're just your garden variety churchgoers sticking their nose in everyone else's business. I have to pee really bad, and the thing is if I go pee, I'm just gonna end, so might as well just like do that. Photo mode. Tap P to enter photo mode. Oh, I can't. I was like, can I take a picture of myself? Let's go ahead and put a new save in. Even though I already did that. And let me find some good music to send us out on. Give me a minute here. Yeah, I'm gonna go bless the rains down in Africa. I gotta pee, man. Okay. time for me to go.